Good morning everyone. Today is Friday the 26th of September 2025 and I thought I'll jump back on and record another video to break down a few of the stocks I mentioned in the last video I did. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I know I said I'm going to do one every day or 3 times a week, but yeah, anyway, here I am with my next video. So I just wanted to talk about I think 3 of the stocks I mentioned in my last video. One I currently bought already, but I'm looking to add to my position today. As yesterday we saw the markets pull back a little bit, have a little retracement, nothing major as the buyers stepped in and held everything up, but it's showing a few cracks. We've had 3 S&P down days, you know, but nothing major. I was expecting the sellers to come in with a bit more pressure, which could still happen because we're still in, I think we've got another week of trading in September. So usually end of September, early October are kind of weak. However, I'm looking to add to a position I bought last week on JD.com. If you watch my last video, you'll see I mentioned that I was buying JD, but I didn't go in depth to what options I was buying, or even if I was buying options or just stock. So yeah, I ended up buying options, but today I'm going to break down some more options that I'm going to buy. So yeah, it's JD.com. This is the ticker you can see on the screen. We're looking at a weekly chart. Unfortunately, I'm still on my laptop, so I don't have the greatest indicators on here as they're all on my main computer behind me. But I do all my recordings on my laptop, so this is the TradingView account that I have on here, which I don't pay for premium. I only pay for on my other computer. So yeah, if you're looking at a weekly chart here now, as I said in my previous video, before we broke out of this down sloping trend line, we've come up. If you follow my mouse, we've back tested it. We chopped sideways for a few weeks, then we had a nice little pump, and we've come back down and we've tested the breakout area, and we've hung around, and I think we're now ripe and ready to go, especially if we get this 9 moving average crossing the 21. That's one of the signals I look for. We do the 9 represents this yellow line, and then the blue line is the 21 week moving average. So usually when we get a nice cross above there, we usually go on a nice run. That's one of the indicators I look for, and it works for me. If you look back here to this previous time, the last time that crossed, this was a real cross. We rallied from $25 all the way up to $107, and we were just respecting that yellow 9 week moving average, as you can see, all the way up till we had a cross, and then we came down. And yeah, we have had a few other crosses, but usually every time it crosses, it sustains a slight weekly rally. So here we had one. Obviously this one I just mentioned was the main one where we had the best run, but I'm guessing the fundamentals behind the stock were really good as well. I wasn't into this stock there, and it hadn't come across my radar, so I don't know. But yeah, we had one cross there, that was the major one. Then we had another one here that had a nice run up. We had another one here. This one wasn't so well, but if this is 2022, so I don't know. This is when the Fed were raising rates at the strongest they've ever done, so it was hard for anything to really perform in that environment. So yeah, and then since that we've had a nice decline, and then now we are here where I'm looking to take this trade. Well, I'm already in the trade and I'm looking to add to the trade. I don't really want to make this video long because I feel like I'm just rambling on, but you got to start somewhere. So yeah, if I zoom in, has the weekly crossed? It hasn't crossed yet. It hasn't crossed yet, the 9 through the 21. but we're above both of them. We had an extreme bounce this week. We came down, and if you look at that low test bar on this weekly bar, it's been pretty strong. Yeah, today the pre-market's going to open, it's down 2.73%, which is what I like. I only like to buy options on red days if I'm going long, if I'm buying a call, or if I'm buying a put, I like to buy them on green days. So, however, let's get into the option I'm gonna be buying. If I move over to the daily chart, it will tell a different story. So I do expect this to come back down to this daily 21 at 33.25 before we take off again. But we're basically still on good support, and the asymmetric upside on the options are beautiful. So we're going to go into that now. JD, this is going to make me a lot of money. Let's go over to JD. Let's see. Not that. Where are we? Here we are. So I've already done all the calculations before I started the video. So these are the options I bought last week, and I'm looking to add into them now. So as you can see, the current price we're trading at is $34.25. I'm looking to buy January 2027 $70 calls. So they are very far out. They're double the underlying stock price. So we're currently trading at $34. Say we round it up to 35. I'm buying a strike of $70, which is obviously double where we are. But I've given myself enough time, January 2027. So it's like a year and a half out I'm giving myself for this trade to play out. So the contracts are currently trading for $1.85. I'm going to recalculate it now, but the market's closed, so this should all stay the same. Yeah. So as you can see, the curve is lovely. Look at the curve, and the curvature on this option price is lovely. So the darker the green, the higher the percentage of the return. So I'm going to scale into this trade, add some more, and then we're going to go from here. So if the stock hits $60 by May next year, we'll make 288% of our initial investment, which is unbelievable. If the stock hits $70 in May next year, which I believe that we will easily hit $60 by May, which will give me a return of 367% of whatever capital I invest. So yeah, these are the options I will be buying, and there is other options available for other people who don't want to take as much risk, but I'm here to make money, so my risk tolerance is pretty good considering the length of time I've been trading. For new people, you might not have as much risk, so you might go for something bit less riskier, which is fine. I don't mind. I mean, I do recommend people just buying the stock and not the options. And you know, until you've built up a nice account, then you can just maybe scale into some options. So each to their own. But the stock does look right to go on a nice run. I'm trying to find. Sorry, I did have some research on this computer I wanted to talk about, but I'll do it in another video. Right, let's go back to. Oh yeah, you can follow me on X if you want. Jermaine Lambert, JRL Alignment. That's my handle. So yeah, give me a follow on X if you wanna. I don't post regular, but I am active on there. So where was we? We were here. So yeah, that's JD. That's where I'm looking to go. So as you can see, $70 is right here. That's the strike we've bought. I believe the next move, once we break this resistance, I think the next move is taking us to $60. we're at 35 now. We're gonna go 45, stop, rest, break, consolidate. Then we're going straight to $60. I could be out of my options depending on how fast we get there. Because look, if we get to $60 by the end of this year, we make, say we're at $60 in December, we're up 427%. It's not bad to me. So if you put in, if you buy, it's 185 option, if you buy, I don't know, say 30 options contracts, it's going to cost you $5,500. You calculate your return. So if we get to $60 by December, your $5,000 will turn into $24,600. Doesn't sound bad to me. Don't get me wrong, there is risk in this. If the stock doesn't move for some strange reason and we're still at, say, where we are now, $34 in December, you're going to be down $2,100 in December. But then things could pick up. So yeah, I recommend everyone come into this website, Options Profit Calculator, having a little play around with it, get used to using it, and then you can kind of figure things out for yourself. Because obviously it's not financial advice. I just tell people what I'm doing. So yeah, that's JD. Should go into some other stocks that I'm looking at. Last video I did mention ARK. That's had a move. I mentioned Apple. I said Apple was gonna break out. We was at 227 the last video I did, and I said Apple was gonna go to all-time highs by the end of the year. It looks like we're already there. We're like 2% away from all-time high. So if those who were listening, obviously it's not financial advice, and you did watch the video and you didn't buy Apple, congratulations, and yeah, you made some good money. We made decent money on Apple. So Tesla as well. I was meant to do a video on Tesla, I didn't do it, but Tesla's had a beautiful breakout since the last video. What else? ARK, I didn't mention ARK. AMD, I was going to short AMD. I didn't short it, but it's kind of in the same place it was. It's come down a few percentages, but nothing major. Iron, what a trade that has been. What a trade this has been. A lot of people are looking to short it, but I wouldn't short it until it gives me the signal to. Another one I mentioned in the last video was MicroStrategy. I did say I'm holding it, and I didn't like what it was looking like. I said the chart was ugly, and ever since then, what's happened? We've broke down and we've come all the way down, which was expected, but my conviction on the Bitcoin is still very strong. So that's what's held me in MicroStrategy, even though all the technicals tell me I should have sold it. But I believe once Bitcoin picks up, which should be in this fourth quarter, I think MicroStrategy should do well. I'm now down on my MicroStrategy position because I was scaling in so much. My average price, I believe, is like at 308. So I'm currently in a minus in my MicroStrategy. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to it till January and see what happens. But I believe we do well. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I might do another video next week or maybe on Sunday. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all of this stuff, and have a good weekend. See you later, guys. Bye.